Oh my goodness, what is this? Why is it scheduling this, man? Why is it scheduling this, brother? Ah, now we're live, huh? Well. What is this? Scheduled. We need to... I'm gonna delete that soon. Man, this YouTube thing is like... This is the worst platform to stream on, I'm not gonna lie. It's the baddest thing. Don't do that, guys. Don't do it. Don't do it ever. Where am I? I'm gonna do it here. Announcements. I'm live. Paste that in. Send this. Publish. How was the weekend, guys? I had a terrible one. Terrible weekend. Terrible. Everything terrible. It is what it is. True homies notification on 8FG. What's going on, brother? Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the party, huh? Yeah. Hey, let's open the app. Let's open the app. Shit, I need to basically log in again, huh? And it's gonna be Kirito. What are we doing? How are we looking? How are we looking, brothers? Oh yeah. Oh, I didn't save my layout, huh? That's great. I always want to see the domestic traders. Yeah. Ooh, market. What's going on? Like you said this morning, we took the highs. Yeah, I mean, guys, listen. Hey, in my other channel, I'm gonna make a new YouTube channel where I can talk freely about the things that I know. But I can't do that on this YouTube channel. I can only code stuff and teach you these things, how it's built and all that stuff. But the underlying trading mechanics, the real truth about trading, I cannot teach you this here because a lot of people won't accept that as interesting because there's a lot of coders in my audience. So I'm basically have a new channel, which I will share tomorrow, where we can talk about the things that I know, that I learned through the years working for exchanges, sitting for 8 years in the markets, market makers, and all that stuff. I know the markets better than you guys think, but I cannot talk about it in here because it would fuck up my YouTube channel that I have right now. So I'm gonna be a new channel, you know? Okay, I hear you thinking, but Anthony, if you know everything, why are you not a trader? Because I am not made to do that. You know what I mean? I'm not made to do that. My brain needs, my autistic brain needs a challenge every day, right? And trading is actually very boring because you need to stick to the plan. And yeah, I'm more of a, I cannot do that. You know what I mean? I need, how do you say that? Like these little things. That's what I need. Just like Ashton, we need these brain challenges, and that's why I'm building this for you guys. You know what I mean? So I had a rough weekend, I'm not gonna lie. I'm very tired. I'm very mentally drained as well. So if you talk about rust, I'm going to quit the stream, drive to your home, and I'm gonna basically kidnap your left corner tooth. That's what's gonna happen. I'm gonna basically take my how do you say that? This how do you say, I don't know how people say that. A knijptang. I'm gonna take my instrument and I'm gonna basically yoink, snap out your left corner tooth. I don't even know what a corner tooth is. Hoektand. You know what I mean? I'm gonna steal it and I'm gonna hang it up as a trophy for all the wrist thingies. You know, that's gonna happen. Alright, guys. What we're gonna do today is we just released actually a new version today, a very good version. with the first batch of memory optimizations. So it's all looking very good. I'm actually happy. And today we are actually going to prepare the... good job. We're going to prepare the next level, which is basically private streams. But because private streams are a complex thing on its own, private data streams, right, for the quants and market makers, so they can actually plot custom data and also plot real-time orders onto this beautiful thing. But I want to have some drawing helpers that we need, some things to plot stuff on the chart, which we can also use for the, if somebody wants to draw, I don't know, if you want to draw on this chart, you know what I mean? Everybody wants to draw these useless lines and useless blocks and ICT and ICME and Anthony GG. So, but I'm gonna basically, like I said, my new channel will debunk all this bullshit because, yeah, anyway, alright. Okay. So what we're gonna do actually is, where is, we don't need this. So we can actually do some stuff in here real quick, just to testing stuff out. Yeah, buddy, lightweight baby. So, there is a concept of a drag line, and we need to extract that into a beautiful separate concerns thingy. But I'm gonna test it first. You always make it dirty. You know what I mean? It's like sex, dirty sex. You first make it super dirty and then you clean it up. You know what I mean? And then you send it home. And you go back to League of Legends. No financial advice. In plot, we're gonna say plot line, plot drag line, plot drag line, drag line, plot drag line. Get plot draw list, drag line X. Made these bindings tomorrow, they are fresh. Made these beautiful bindings here. Drag line X. Why is this actually a capitalized? What is this? I don't like this actually, to be honest. I'm not gonna lie. Because I'm the author of the things here, I can actually do this. Easy peasy. And now we need to have some stuff in here. We need an ID, right? So let's say 0, and then we're gonna say closes. We can't. Always make a foo variable, F64, F64. Because we need a pointer. Why do we need a pointer? Because we're gonna drag the line, which basically means we're gonna update mem. We cannot do this in Rust, by the way, because Rust is gonna complain like, oh yeah, I cannot move fast. Shut the fuck up. We can do whatever the fuck we want here. You know what I mean? Import drag line. Let me speak. Is this actually zoomed in? Yes, it is. Blind homies. Double zoom in? I don't think so, because then I don't see anymore. X is going to be the pointer to this thing, foo. And then we need a color. We're going to say settings dot button on. Why? Because it's the only... I cannot explain. It's just... We need to have this color. Thickness 1. And then flagos. Fit. Why do I know that? Because I checked the documentation already. You know what I mean? The Andrew Tate in the programming world. That's not true. I don't want to... no, I don't like Andrew Tate. He's... I don't like him, man. Ugh. His... I don't know. I don't even know what we need to believe from that guy, to be honest. Because he yaps as a yapper. But what does he do? Nobody knows, right? Do you know what he does? I don't know. We know that he has this... this community full of soys. How is it called? The war room is full of losers, basically. That's true. You need to check the documentation on YouTube. There's like a documentation about the war room. Oh man. But besides that, what is he doing? I don't know. You know. He don't code exactly. He doesn't write low-level code. So. But hey, he has some good points. That's true. He has some good points. But hey, drag line. So that's actually what we need. So foo is 0. So how are we gonna get this thing into... We don't know. Wait, let me do this real quick. Init bool. If, you will see why. If not init, if not init, foo is gonna be closes, len closes -1, and then init is true. I know. I completely understand what you're thinking. Cannot assign a value. Oh wait, init 1. Init 1. We can't. Sorry guys. Okay, this is it looks a little bit scuffed here, but that's because it's my local environment, right? Hey. Do we need to... Lowest boss. Do we need to actually have... Never downscale your... What's going on here? Cannot assign value of type to what's the fucking problem, man? Well... This should work, right? What's going on here? Where's my line? The thing is that I'm not quite sure is no, there is no course. I don't make these things because trading courses, guys. That ain't gonna happen. That ain't gonna fucking happen. I'm not gonna make a course about anything anymore because people, they don't wanna. They see my things and they say, huh? And they think it's bad, and then they just... The people I wanna learn, the people I really wanna learn, they will follow me and they will ask me. And all the others, they can just buy Udemy courses and stay broke and an idiot for the rest of their lives. The thing is that I have no clue if this needs to be like plot pixels or price pixels. Well, price and on the... Is it... Wait, didn't I test this? Oh wait, I know what it is. It's like, holy crapperino. Holy crapperino! Okay, but that still doesn't work, brother. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Yeah, that's fine. It's fine. It's fine. I draw the line. I draw the line. You see, we got this. We got this little baby here. The thing is, so let's draw a support line. Look at that. 100 euros, please. Okay, so that's working. So the thing is, we need a marker as well. A marker. And plot tag y and foo settings dot button on secrets button on, come on, and then stringos transmute C string. Man, I'm so fucking tired. Raw data format price closes, land closes, -1, chart tick size, what's going on here? Help. Yo. Okay. Okay, brother. Yes, we got an attack. Oei, it's taking the it's taking the close price. It's fine. It's all fine. Okay, so that's the first thing. We're gonna call this draw line, but this is the okay. Okay, guys. Experimentation phase over. It looks like the rock. Yeah. What's the name of the rock, actually? Somebody knows? Bro, is it again? Matt Thomason! Why is this a clickbait? This is no clickbait, right? If you think this is clickbait, you're right. You're wrong. Why would this be a clickbait? Why would this be a clickbait, man? Why? Tell me. You can't. You can't tell me because it's not. This time it's not. The Bloomberg was maybe a clickbait, but this time it's not. How could I do something like this? Make charts in Android. I don't know. Press buttons. The other day you told me your title was clickbait. Yeah, it's true. But today it's not a clickbait. Today it's not. It's not a clickbait, my friend. Draw. You had the Bloomberg title, but not anymore. Do we have Bloomberg title? Building the ultimate dream for quants and market makers, man. This is not a clickbait. This is true. I already have a customer, an enterprise customer. People, they call me, say, Anthony, listen, how can we buy a white label? Legit. 2. So now we are discussing further stuff, right? Because I'm gonna say this again, like, you need to watch all my streams, guys, because the most information, if I make a video about what I want to say, nobody's gonna watch it. All my videos, they don't perform, right? Nobody watches my channel. But the information that I tell you, like, the world you live in is not what you think it is, because you're basically blindfolded on Twitter and on social media. But the world that lives behind the real world, because Twitter, social media, YouTube is only 5% from what's actually true. Everybody's shoving Next.js, everybody's shoving ChatCN, everybody's shoving Rust and Zig into your asses. But by the end of the day, everybody's writing C++, .NET, and Java, right? Only 5% write the languages we use. All the others write PHP, Python, and Java, and C++. The same thing goes for businesses. On Twitter, you have these so-called indie hackers. There's only 5%. Nobody cares about these people. So if you think that this is going to be people of retail going to use it, maybe. But there are a lot of other companies that need something like this because they don't want to invest money into a dedicated team where I worked for, the market maker where I worked for. We built this infrastructure, There are 2 people, 2 to 3 people dedicated on building what I'm building right now. Dedicated, right? So a lot of these market makers, sometimes they are like one-stop shops, 2-stop shops, 2 people, 3 people, right? They don't want to hassle with building these UIs. Most of the time they don't need them, but still testing your algorithms from time to time, seeing the market, right? Seeing your orders visually can help. And that's why they reach out to me. Hey, listen, can we not just white label this, right? So, but people don't realize because they think that you know what I mean? They only see 5% of what's true. I hope you understand what I'm trying to say. 20 euro per year license. 20 rupus. Okay, can we please get this function done, huh? Draw drag line y. Okay, we're gonna do this. Proc. This is actually gonna be these licenses. They are a lot. So I'm gonna tell you something. Can I tell you a secret? Because nobody watches my channel anyway. So what are the odds? So for some of these infrastructure, right? Like Market Monkey is very small, right? It's not. It's just started out. Only 3 months old, so it cannot be established, right? But there are some kind of, they don't do visualization, but they do like all the unified data access. It's very important. Like I said, market makers, hedge funds, institutions, their core focus is on trading models and making capital and making sure everything is like rebalanced nicely. Their focus is not on writing APIs, hooking up to Binance, hooking up to Bybit, hooking up to Coinbase, and every single week this API changes, and they don't do that, guys. Listen, this is real talk. This is reality. They basically have subscriptions to big data providers, HFT providers, basically, also in crypto. Also, and it's bigger than you think. I realized that because I had a lot of meetings, and these guys are also co-located most of the time. They are co-located. It's crazy, but they pay a lot of money each month. I was like, what the fuck? I need to stop asking $500, man. Holy shit. I need to stop. So that's why I'm also going to stop. So there is no insider access anymore. So all the people with insider, they're going to have this unique title and access for the rest of their lives. And it's going to be special. Anyway, Dragline X. So we are going to basically have 2 of these things. We're also going to have, it's going to be a yapping stream. I see a Dragline X with markers. Just like that. I'm just throwing. I know, Mark. You're good. I know Matt, Mark. What I'm saying, Mark with a K. I know Matt. I know you're trolling, my man. So the thing is that how I know if people are actually really are serious is when they come to my stream for the first time and they say something. I cannot basically judge these people because maybe they are trolling, maybe they are not. But if somebody comes back to my next stream, then I know he's serious, right? Then I know it's not a troller, because why would you basically be 2 times wasting your time here on my stream? So that are basically good boys. The real men, the peaky blinders. Wait for me at least. Of course, HFG, you have a special place in Market Monkey, you know what I mean? You have a special place, so you don't need to worry about anything, my brother. I get you. I get your back. To be honest, I'm gonna be completely honest here. Where is HFG? Here, I'm gonna actually just get the roll for free. Here, simple, easy. That's what I do, and I do this a lot. I do this a lot with people in my community, especially people that are very loyal. Every single day they are at my community. They are supporting me. Every single tweet I do, they are retweeting me. Everything I say, they are basically here to support. And then they are maybe in a little bit of a financial problem because of reasons. Man, I'm here to support. I do this a lot. People say that I'm a grifter. I'm not a grifter. I'm the Robin Hood. I'm the Robin Hood, man. The Robin Hood. Dragline Award marker. So now we have these 2 things. Can we please code now? Need a pointer, huh? And an ID, right? Okay. ID. I think it's an NGUI ID. Actually, to be honest, is it? I think it's an N, to be honest here. Yeah. Actually, can I? F64. Okay, can I need to focus a little bit, guys, because I'm completely out of scope here. It's gonna be a call mgui vec 4. And then thickness. What is this thing? I'm gonna give it. It's gonna be an F64 as well. I decide. And there's gonna be mgui and plot. Flags, drag. Guys, I'm really. So what we're gonna do, by the way, thanks a lot for your tutorials. It's really so good, better than the professional lectures. Hey, thank you, Jason. There will be more Go. This is a little bit of Odin, I know, guys, but like I said, I'm not really want to be like this niche guy. We are reworking our actors with a little bit of a NAT skew in between, and I might want to stream some stuff about that very soon. But I have a lot of pressure on the client, so I need to do a lot of Odin stuff. But programming stays the same, concept stays the same, mindset stays the same, but there's going to be more Go, actor, and NAT skew. The thing is ragline with markers, so it's going to be the same. Actually, can we... I have an idea, actually. Oh, Anthony. Why settings color is going to be gold? Gonna do this, and then can I do that? Probably not. And do it and plots dot no fit. Why is that? I don't need thickness, brother. This is like... Are you wrong? Huh? Oh, yeah. Oh. Of course. And why? That's not gonna work. Can I take the address with bridge parameters? Why? Of course. It's already a pointer. I'm so sorry. And what I think I'm gonna do is basically look at that. So we're gonna actually do the same thing, but we're gonna call it like from draw tools, like draw dashed line. Also, the reason why I'm making this a little bit more into some kind of a draw tools library is a lot of people bought or creating indicators themselves in Odin for some reason. They do that. They cannot wait until I come up with a scripting language. But so I want to make it a little bit nice for all the insiders as well, right? So they can easily do stuff. I need to think about these people as well. Draw drag line Y. So that's gonna perfectly work. Let's see. But then I want to add. Okay. Okay, this is a drag line. Works perfectly fine. So now what I want to do is add maybe some... We don't actually care about these things, right? Look at this. So thickness and everything is going to be defaultly. Luckily, we have that. I think Go should have that, like these default parameters and functions. I really like that. So we don't need to hassle with these... how do you call that? Ellipsis thing or variadic thingies, and then hack around, do a hack around that. Dragline X, and then we're gonna say marker is true. Marker is true. which gonna draw the marker. What do you think about that, guys? I think it's pretty nice. So I'm gonna say marker bool. Do we want the marker color? I don't think so, to be honest. So we're gonna actually do this, and then where is our marker here? Tag. Is it a marker? It's a tag, right? I'm gonna call it tag, maybe. Tag. Let me save this. Tag. Of course, my clipboard is broken because I'm a very bad Vim navigator. If tag implot. What the hell is that? What am I doing? I'm an idiot, not gonna lie. Like I said, I'm very tired and very disoriented today. This one. Shit. You could with love, man. Hey, thank you so much. Thank you so much for the donation again. I told my wife she should embrace her mistakes. She gave me a hug. Man. Of course you need to embrace your mistakes. Everybody makes mistakes. I make mistakes every single day. Maybe every single hour. And the moment I learned that it's fine to make mistakes, that's good. You know what I mean? This is going to be Y. This is going to be the color we pass it in, right? And then you need to dereference this thing, I guess. Pascal. And then we're going to do a transmute raw data format price closes. That's not going to be this thing. Wait, but the thing is, of course, that... but the thing is, if we want to drag a line on the Y, we most of the time going to have a price. Should we do that? Should we dump it all in one function? That's the question. We can overload it. I'm not gonna do that. Change my mind. Oh, you guys see me struggling today. I'm so sorry. Oh. The thing is that I have no clue. I didn't thought about how I'm gonna do this, so it's gonna be a little bit sketchy, huh? We're gonna do this. Then we're gonna do this. I'm gonna say width marker, and that's gonna actually take in this one. Do we want a C string? Or do we want a normal string? I think I'm going to take it a normal string. Tag Y. Y. Dereferenced. Call. Transmute. C string raw data format. I think the API is a little bit better. Actually, a REST macro would come in handy here instead of overloading. No, it's not true. You need to... The more code you write, the better it is. That sounds weird, right? Because at a certain point of time, I understand most of you. Does somebody worked in a very big code base before that you don't know? Because look, this is like, how many lines is this? This is 1,600 lines. If you need to be in here, you want to do it explicit. Explicit, the more code, the better. Instead of doing all these shortcuts and overloading, and at a certain point of time, it's going to shoot you in the foot. That's why I choose to make these two functions so it's easier. Even they do the same thing, I could overload. It's always a mess. It's always a mess, man. At a certain point of time, believe me. Unless you do math, like vector math and all that stuff, plus, minus, multiplications with different types, then overloading is pretty nice. Not gonna lie. Overload with taggy. Wait, where are we here? Plot candlestick here. Boom, boom. Oh, people love Rust so hard. It's crazy. People love Rust, man. Oh, they love it so hard. And still they cannot build anything with it, but they all love it. They all think it's a great language, but they still stuck. I don't even understand what's going on, guys. Why is that? Can somebody please explain me that? I have two IDs. GG, well played. I got two of the same IDs. And now we're probably like... Give me 100 extra, brother. Shit, I don't see it. Be cooked. Pourquoi? 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 Plus 100. This is food. But this is also food. Doesn't make any sense, brother. What are you doing here? Experimentation, huh? Do we all like that? Do we all like a little bit of an experimentation? I got two markers. This is the drag line without a marker, and this is the drag line with a marker. What do you think about that? Double click. Help window. Chart controls. Double click to fit to the screen. You see? I thought about everything. What's the play here, guys? Very simple. And done. That's that. Okay, so now we have this. Maybe we should also make something. We're gonna do rectangles as well. What's going on here? Why are you saving this? Okay, GG. Draw with tag. Yeah, I like this. I like this a lot. We don't need an ID for the tag. We can string format, I guess. Format, we don't need this. Now we have these cool things. I'm gonna make this function, I'm gonna put it in here. Just like that. Draw X, I don't know. We're gonna do that as well, but we don't need it directly. Alright, that's GG. this blue, this Twitter blue username color is like unreadable, man. It's unreadable. I'm not gonna lie. What's going on here? Investment message, everyone. Okay. Water. Oh. Ooh. Hey yo! Marmik Sony, what's going on, brother? Now I want to have draw a line as well. Just a simple line. Draw. I'm gonna call this trend line. Trend line. Why? Because a trend line basically is just a line over the whole shenanigans, right? Draw a trend line. Why? Yeah, exactly. That's what we want. So this is going to be a little bit more complicated. Son of Monica, so complicated. Avril Lavigne, baby. We need to go. Have a good one. Thank you, Yuhut, for dropping by. Love you. You know the price. The thing is that it's going to be Y F64. We need a thickness here. Thickness F64. We need a color actually. We're gonna start with using mGUI, these vec4s for colors. But now we need to have some stuff, right? Because we need a draw list here. mGUI get window draw list. mGUI draw list. Add line. Draw list. mGUI vec2. We don't know. mGUI vec2. We don't know. Call. mGUI.color. Convert. To float 4. C'est pas correct, hein? Convert vec4 de U33, hein? Col. And now we need a thickness. Thick. Very thick. C'est très bon. What's going on here? Allez! It's like an F64. They mix it up. I don't like it. Because this takes like a... This is weird, right? Look at that. Why does it actually take like a 60 here, 64 here, and here 32? I don't understand. I remember I'm set on making a Wordle clone. Yeah, I remember that. Ah, Dirk Huis. One of my loyal students of Magic and Hocus Pocus. Dirk Huis. Dirk, can you basically tell the chat what you're studying? Hey, not gonna lie, Dirk is not a normal... Dirk is not a joker. He's studying like mecha robotics, bro. Yeah, he's built different. Mecha robotics. Can you understand? So basically, think about this. And it's really true because he told me and I was flabbergasted that it even existed. Mecha robotics. So when I was a little kid... 30, let's say 30, 36, 37, let's say 36 years ago, which I was 2 years old. 35, 2 years old, and I was a little bit smarter then. And we saw a movie, or we saw like a cartoon with these robots in. That was like very, very, how do you say that? Very in imagination. It didn't exist, right? It was like untangible. And now, 30 years later, people are studying mecha robotics, bro. That's crazy. That doesn't look too good if we go 50 years further in the future. It's gonna be nasty. If there's some war break, if somebody steals a chocolate bar in the shop, they come with the mecha robots behind you. That's not gonna look too good. Code me up in an exosuit. I swear to God, that's the future, guys. You're gonna see that. It's crazy. And the worst part of all is, so I watched some kind of I don't know what it was. Was it like a video or something, or a documentary, or it was a book? I don't know. But I basically, if it's true or not, I don't know. I'm not a specialist. But apparently, we humans, we cannot come up with something we didn't see before. I think I already mentioned this on stream. So, if you dream about something, or you close your eyes and you think about something in your imagination, everything that you can imagine yourself is something you've already seen. Ish. Could be another color, okay, right? Maybe the nose is a bit bigger, but you know what I mean? You cannot just invent something that you'd never seen before. So then I'm wondering, like, how did we all predicted the future, basically, when we were younger? That's the question. So, why are there all, like, yeah, it's crazy. Like, sometimes those are things that are keeping me awake. Like, how can we, 20, 30 years ago, how can we come up with things that didn't exist? We could already draw them. People already drew them. It was already in books and yada, 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 and in museums and whatever the fuck. And now we are 30 years further, and now these things come to life. That's crazy to me. That doesn't make any sense. That doesn't just make any sense at all. I think we're basically somebody, I don't know, I don't think we're real or something. I don't believe it. I cannot, it's like this rabbit hole that I cannot comprehend, and it keeps me awake. That's annoying, right? Some people are basically having financial problems and whatever, relational problems, and my problem is that I cannot comprehend the world, and I'm sad. That's worse, because it basically consumes me every single day. Anyway, this is draw trend line. Why? So basically it means we're gonna add this line, but we need to have these things here. So I think we need to have a point here. In plots. Plots to is that what we want? I don't know. Yeah. I'm an idiot. Sometimes I think by myself what I'm doing. Now we need to have this X thing, and that's gonna be the hardest one. So we're gonna say, I have an idea. I'm gonna do this. The wonky ponky pos is going to be mplot get plot pos pos. I'm gonna make actually plot pos. People are reading this code, so we need to make it a little bit better. Plot pos min x min Is it plot limits we need, actually, to be honest? It's gonna give me the first one. What is this? It's a vec2. We are fucked. I think we need plot limits. Plot limits. It's gonna be mplot get plot limits. Can I just actually not convert these points and do it? Do it good. I swear there is a min somewhere. Are we gonna make it good? Oh, I missed pressed. And now I'm sad. X max is when speaking in tongues. X min. It's annoying work, guys. Don't you think? But it needs to be done. Once it's done, I'm. Oh la la la. Mais enfin. Aïe aïe aïe. Wait, is this an F64? It's an F64, I'm an idiot. Something that you actually can never do, basically, is convert an F64 to an F32. That's actually bad practice, because like here it's going to be fine because we're working in the screen space. But in other applications, if you convert an F64 to an F32, it doesn't make any sense because it could not fit. So that a language let you do that is already sketchy, but hey, if somebody has like a monitor as wide as the world, you're in trouble. Enfin, so to create tools like FIP. Man, the FIP is coming. I swear, this week you have a FIP. HFG, you want a FIP? I'm building a FIP. With these tools, boom, I'm gonna make the Fibby. The Fibby Wibby. I swear to God, it's gonna be a Fibby Wibby, brother. With extend option, extend FIP lines. So what we're gonna have, we're gonna have rectangles for the order blocks. Michael. Lines, trend lines, and a FIP. That's already too much. You don't need these, but hey, I will give it to you. Draw list, undeclared name. Is that so? Maybe do the 3. What's going on here? Who injected junk? Is that gonna work? But we have plot poles, we don't need this anymore. I wonder if this get plot limits is gonna work. I don't know. Let's see. Draw trend line. Button on. Thickness is 1. Ah, we need to fix that. Look at this. GG. Actually, just make it clear. Make it clear, guys. We're not saving bytes. They're gonna work. Nah, it's not gonna work because this is a drag line, right? No. From X-min to X-max, the question is... So if we plot this X-min, that's gonna be a Unix timestamp. X-min. Iteration speed feels insane here after rest. What's the iteration speed? What's the iteration speed? You see? You see what it says? I can experience. Tells me that this is a Unix timestamp. Anthony, how can you know that? Because I made a mistake 20,000 times and I'm still making it. If you do this, I64, 64 here, right? And you make this. You see, you're gonna see it's a beautiful timestamp in Unix. The speed of development, yeah, but I said before, guys. Here. This is written in Rust. This app, right? How many people are working on this app? How long did it take? Huh? How long did it take actually? I can do way more than them. I'm way faster than them. My application can do way more. I have heat maps. I have everything what they don't have. Right? They're babies. Professional team, millions funding. I have like... Can even have charts and charts, you know, like this. Boom, I dock it in here. Oh wait, it's not gonna work like that. Can I not dock it in the same window? Yeah, I can. You see? I'm gonna have two charts here. For example, this can be 15 minutes, right? And this is the 1 minute. Okay, I want to see the 15. I don't want to swap. I can double click. I can add another one as well here. This app is like 20 million times better than they have, you know. And now you need to think like this is made by a team of, I don't know, maybe 4 or 5 people in maybe a year or something, or a couple of years, right? And now they're stuck. And now they're completely stuck, and I'm here to basically break everybody's ankles. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna, can I tell you guys a secret? So listen guys, I'm gonna tell you the complete honest truth here. The language Rust is actually a good language. It actually is. And I realized this weekend when I was doing memory optimizations in my app here. Because if I was not familiar with how computers work under the hood, it was game over for Market Monkey. Why? So this is very important. If somebody can clip this, that would be nice, because it could be a good YouTube video as well. So I'm gonna show you here, because I'm gonna show you here. Look at this. App.odin. Look at this, guys. Look at this. So, app connect with server, right? This spawns a new thread where I'm reading WebSockets from, okay? And what I do here is I read the message, I convert this to JSON, and then I call this function here, handle WS payload, right? This handle WS payload still is in the same thread, in the new thread. This is very important. This basically turns you instantly into a very good programmer, what I'm gonna teach you here. And most of you mostly likely know already, but I know a couple of you don't. So what's gonna happen is that if I receive trades or order book data or stats or whatever, or candles, what I'm gonna do, let's take candles for example. I take candles, right? And I unmarshal candles. I unmarshal. And unmarshaling needs an allocator. Makes sense, right? Because you're unmarshaling, you need to create a new object on the heap or whatever. So you need to pass in an allocator, right? What I do is I set the data pointer to the pointer of these candles, right? Somewhere on the heap. And then I'm calling the proc here. Here, handle proc. And this proc is this. Pay very, very close attention. This is super important, right? Look at this. Update candles. Here. Update candle. So you see, I caused this to a candle object. This is getting called in another thread. This is unsafe as fuck, right? And I don't do nothing here. I don't clone it. I just dereference. But actually, do I dereference even? How do I set this thing? No, it's happening in another function, which is this function here. Update data and thing. Candle values, right? I dereference that. Why is this safe? Why is this safe? It's going to get very important, right? If we open up types.odin, right? If you dereference candles, I64, F64, F64 bool is just a copy, right? If you dereference that, that's just a copy. Nothing happens. Nothing on the heap. It's fine. But. What if we do an order book here? If you unmarshal the order book here, it's getting very, very interesting. Bear with me. Bear with. If we unmarshal the order book, what's going to happen is that this thing is going to allocate the slices here also on the heap. These are going to be pointers on the heap, right? So if we do not copy these slices explicitly, like deep copy these slices, you're going to have a dangling pointer. Because this is a context temporary allocator. What's going to happen is, bear with me, I know it's going to be so complex. Here we free everything. So we spawn the thread, we read the message, we unmarshal the message, call the procedure that actually handles the data, and then we basically free all the memory here in this thread, new thread. So if I do not copy, if I do not know that these things are just getting randomly allocated in Go, it's not happening in JavaScript, you don't need to think about that. You can have a very, very, very nasty bug, right? And that is exactly what Rust is preventing. Rust will not allow you to write that unsafe code. It's not unsafe if you do what I do. If you do what I do, heatmap values clone. Heatmap comes in, we clone the values, and now we getting ownership. We're getting ownership of all the prices and the sizes here. Right? We clone it. We're getting ownership. The prices and the size and the prices and the sizes array slice is getting freed in the thread, but we have a new pointer to the slice header, to the header, the beginning of the array in our new thing. And if you do not know, and if you are not very careful with how these things work, you will shoot yourself in the foot, and it can be very nasty. And that's what Rust is actually preventing. So that's the whole thing, right? So it's a double-sided knife, not sword, right? You are completely free in what you do. There are no like shared pointer shenanigans, like all these little helpers. which is actually letting you do a lot of cool stuff, a lot of performance stuff, at the cost of fucking things up, you know? And things can get complicated with the allocators, right? Because it's very well optimized right now. Even in the chart, I have arenas, I have no arenas, I have temporary allocators, I have virtual growing, I have a bunch of stuff. But it allows you to pinpoint precisely, place the memory where you want it to be. Each widget in Market Monkey, if we open it, each widget is going to have its own memory. And it will allocate in its memory and it will free all its memory, but not all its memory. And also very important is, also what Rust basically saves is this, right? Pairs. Like, guys, there's a lot of things with these. What is this? What the hell is this? What the hell is this? What is this doing here? I can actually reset it, no worries. So even with strings, you need to be very careful. Chart widget, it doesn't really matter. In a init, for example. Oh man. Here. This pair is basically a struct with two strings. But pair is also allocated. You need to copy these things, right? You need to clone the pair, because otherwise you're going to have references. Everybody's going to have references, and somebody's going to delete the pair because you're deleting your widget, but something else has the pair. And for example, the WebSocket subscription handler still has the pair in a map. So it's very dangerous. Very dangerous, guys. I swear to God. And Rust will save your fucking ass. But on the other side, it will also slow you down. Compile time, type masturbation, a lot of complaints where it actually does not need to complain, but actually does need to complain, but also not, because you know what you're doing, but Rust does not know that you know what you're doing. So it basically has no opinions, it has no emotions, it just thinks you're an idiot and it will guide you. Depends, right? So it's a trade-off. Depends on how you want to program. Do you feel insecure? Do you don't want to have memory leaks or dangling pointers or things because you know you cannot handle it? Write Rust. Are you a fucking savage? Making 360s without knee pads. Zero scoping the whole Fortnite map with one bullet. Write C or Odin. And if you want something in between, write Zig. What the fuck? You have pair as strings. I assumed they were never more than 8 chars and copied all over the place. Yeah, but this pair is like this, right? The pair is like an exchange and a symbol, which actually groups two strings together. So these strings are if these strings are allocated in another thread, and you're freeing all the memory in that thread, and you don't copy these strings, you're gonna have something that doesn't work, right? It makes sense. But that's what Rust is doing under the hood, right? Rust clone thingy. How many times do you call clone in Rust? All the fucking time, right? Most of the time. You call clone a lot. That's exactly what I'm doing, but manually, right? And sometimes you get the problem like, it cannot be cloned because you need to specify a lifetime. And before you know, it's like this hellhole of lifetime thingies, and which makes sense because here we also need to track the lifetime, right? How long does this pair live in this widget? Who owns it and how long does it live? If we close this button, does the pair still live? You know, very important things. But similar machines have a limited size. Yeah, sure, of course. Can you tell me about the order book logic? Like how to create this? Google it. Of course, you're only gonna have a lot of these problems, especially when doing like in another thread and these asynchronous shenanigans going on, most of the time you're likely not working with pointers unless you have like a chart widget, but that's like, I call it, how do we call this pointer? Like a dummy pointer, where you create it somewhere and you don't have reference to this pointer, it's just somewhere there. And then at a certain point of time, you're gonna free it. But you have dangerous pointers, which is basically some pointer you create and everybody has a reference to it, then you're fucked. That's why I actually never use pointers most of the time. But in this thread, we need to, right? We need to do these things. Anyway, enough of this. I hope it makes sense. Like, I'm not really a specialist, right? I'm not a specialist. The only thing that I know that it works performantly and it works without any problems right now. So that's good, right? What's going on here? Is this another restream? I never restream, brother. What the fuck's going on? Okay, where are we? Okay, this is basically this Unix timestamp we had, right? This is this Unixos. Okay. So I think we need to convert this Unix to a point. Is that what we need to do? I'm gonna call this point X min. I'm gonna call this X min 1 just for the sake, because I don't know, I need to have a placeholder. Input plot to pixels 0. Actually, to be honest. Okay, I have a couple ideas here, but the first thing I'm gonna do is this X min. Convert this to that. Cannot assign X-min of type is That's very annoying. F64. And that's gonna be yeah. We will fix that later on, no worries. I'm just trying to make it work like this. Oh, yeah. Makes no sense. Makes no sense! Max. Mad Max, huh? I'm a genius! So that's what we needed to do. We needed to convert that. So now we actually draw a point from the plot to the other side of the plot. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Can you guys see this? John Genjet videos on YouTube really deep into the internal workings of Rust, not to be missed. I think John Genset is one of the de facto people you need to follow. The way he explains is nice. He's very fast, to the point. He's very good. I think he's one of the best people for us to follow. Yeah, 100% he is. He makes things very simple, which are complex. That's what he's amazing. He's underrated. He's underrated, very underrated. But that's most of the time when you bring a lot of knowledge that is complicated. All the noobs basically don't want that, and they go and they complain, and then they go back to Primogen or something to be entertained, right? Which makes sense. Nothing about the Primogen. I mean, entertaining, right? And also a little bit of coding. Nice. Hey, Primogen. Perfect human being. But I just want to, you know, like these... Okay. What did we do today? Nothing, right? We did do nothing. But these streams, guys, you need to understand, these streams for me are... They're actually not a good EV. Not a good EV for me. But I do it to bond with you guys, to bond. Do you have a Go book? What is Odin Google search says malware? Eventually, what's going on? Yeah, so the boring thing is we need to make some helper functions in draw tools. A lot of these draw trend line, draw this, draw that. Then we have like a nice unified API that we can use to draw a lot of stuff on the screen, right? There's also something like a draw, drag, rectangle. So what's the difference between trend line? A trend line is non-draggable, which makes no sense. But for some things we need that. I'm gonna call this drag line because a trend line could be this. Draw drag line with a tag, right? And then the next step is basically to have some kind of a way to add these things into persistent memory. So when you save, it's gonna get stored in your config, and then when you load all your drawings, it's gonna be there per chart. Because as you guys know, we can actually save this, right? So if I do this, for example, and this, right? I can even do this. You see? And I save my layout, and I close this, and I reopen this. We have the same shit. I wonder if Kraken Desktop opens at the same speed as mine. What do you think, guys? Kraken Desktop gonna be open? But it's good. I mean, I swear to God, at a certain point in time, they can buy it. I can make it work for Kraken as well. There's always room for conversation, you know. Yeah. The next step also for layouts is that we're gonna have new layout, right? Okay, new layout, give it a name. And then you save this to, for example, BTC slop layout, save. Then you're gonna create a new layout, for example, eat scalping layout with some footprints or something, right? Some footprints here. What's going on here? This is too small for my... some footprints, some footprints scalping shenanigans going on. And you're gonna make a new layout for, I don't know, Trump coin gambling layout or something. You can do that. That's the next step as well. Something that I actually do not like is the footprints in a 1 hour chart. It's like, how can we read this guy? I mean, How can we even read this? Look at this. Look at his level. What is this? Hola. Look at this, guys. Erection. Jeez, what's going on here? No volume to be seen. Are we gone? Is this say goodbye? Is this to say goodbye, Wick? Like, and we go back to 70? Is this the start of it? That's the question. How does it look? Could be, right? What time is it today? It's always 7. I don't know what's going on. What time is what time is it in New York right now? It feels weird. World clock. At 7 on a Monday, something's going on. I don't know what's happening. Is it Tokyo that opens? Is it Tokyo that opens, maybe? Like the trading day in Tokyo, maybe? Because always like at this time... Right, it's okay-ish. We can actually see this by the trade counter, right? You see that? You can clearly see it that around this time, the trades are starting to basically add up. It's expanding again, and you can see it on the movement here, right? But hey, took you sleeping? Is that? I don't even know. Am I blind? This is. Oh yeah. Is this night? Am I just retarded? Where are you getting the market data from? From the Market Monkey server. Oh shit, 2 trade counters. Why are we doing this? The package name for building UI. React. It's React. React Native. No senpai. It's React Native, I swear to God. React Nativo. Hey Kanashi, with the noobs. You are using Go. On the server, yeah. Goodbye, Anthony. Jason Einstein, what's going on? MX square. How do you say that? Have a good sleep, man. Einstein. Guys, I'm tired. I'm gonna wrap it up. I'm really tired. I'm not actually happy with this stream today. I'm not happy at all. I'm not focused. It's a forced stream, in my opinion. I'm not really happy with the stream. My feeling says not the good. Although we talked about some cool little concepts, right? That's true. We talked about some cool little concepts, but coding wise, it was like 1 hour and 25 minutes a waste of time. We made 3 functions, man. 3 fucking functions. That's what we did. That is for losers. That's not true. That is very important. Like having a good sleep and a good state is so important for production. Oh man. Oh man. 11. And if that's not enough, I have like 11 of these things. 11 messages, man. 11 messages that I need to check. Hey brother, do you with clients fallbacks for when you don't have trades stored? No, we don't do clients. No clients, baby. Everything happens with everything happens in trades, right? What the hell is that? 10%. Trades coming in, you get the trades. You create 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 time frames, samplers, candle samplers, and they're all gonna process this trade and they're gonna sample candles here, and they're gonna send their updates to a storage here. They send that in here, and then you basically just send the live candle directly to client, so you can basically plot the last candle. No, it's not. It doesn't work like that. Kinda, but you sample all the candles here. Trade come in, sample all the candles, and then you just pipe them to whatever needs to be piped. No clients. That's another API. You don't another WebSocket. I don't even understand who uses clients. Sampling candles is very, very easy, right? The same thing goes for every data that Market Monkey has. Like every of these things, like volumes, order books, DOMs. Everything comes from trades and statistics, right? Stats, liquidations, and we all massage that into a stats actor, which is also based on all these time frames. It's easy. I can add the 4 hours like in 1 second, right? Just reset my server, and it has a 4 hour and it has a 4 hour on the chart, because I only store 1 minute candles and then I sample them up with ClickHouse DB. You know what I mean? That's how it works. What do you do when data is missing? I call the fucking cops, bro. Alle gekheid op een stokje. Look at this, guys. I'm gonna fix it. Oh, this 1 second. I don't need this. Wait. I think I have a little problem here somewhere. Look, the nice sampling what I do. Look. Look. Oh! TradingView cannot do this. Even TradingView cannot do what I do. Look. You're here. It's scuffed. Double click. Nice. Double click. Double click. I'm sampling. You zoom in. Oh no. No problem. Nice, huh? No, I thought I had a problem somewhere. It's not. Anyway, guys. Tomorrow, I'm gonna make a video on my new YouTube channel. So, keep an eye out on my Twitter. Keep an eye out in the Discord. Join the Market Monkey Discord so I can share the new channel. A channel where we're gonna talk about the markets and how they actually work under the hood. A little bit more trading, financially related, because I cannot do it in here, because if I make videos, like, they're all gonna basically just unsubscribe, and my channel is gone. My channel is already fucked up, right? And that's why I'm not growing anymore, I think. Not really growing anymore. Very slow. Very slowly. It's too slow. Because it's fucked. Because it's fucked. I have a good audience, that's true. I have a good audience. I really love my audience, but YouTube, the algorithm is fucked for my channel. The algorithm is fucked. That's a problem. And the reason why it's fucked is because I do long form content, and people do not always watch long form content for the complete time, which makes sense. I watch a lot of people, but estimated revenue. I'm a rich boy. But sometimes you watch 20 minutes, sometimes you watch 5 minutes, or you watch it later. But the problem is YouTube is going to long form content is getting punished, really getting punished. So that's why Primeagen and all these big YouTubers, they hide their streams. They hide their streams for public. So people cannot click it and just watch 5 minutes, so the algorithm is gonna get fucked. And then they're gonna have different channels for different types of content, because I'm a programmer, I don't care about Vim videos. But some people care about Vim videos. It makes like a very good separation of certain types of content. Like reaction videos are gonna be on this channel. And that's how you keep the algorithm under control. That's how you keep the algorithm under control. But I'm basically lazy as fuck, and I don't edit my videos, and I just dump my live streams in here, and it's my channel is completely fucked. And they punish creators. They really punish long form creators very hard. Which makes sense, because you need to be on Twitch, and I apparently do not need to stream on YouTube. But yeah, my audience is here, so now I'm stuck with these kind of subscribers, right? And then you have like these others. It's unfair game, but I always say don't hate the game. How do you say that? Don't hate the player, hate the game or something? I don't know. How does it go? So I'm mad that some other fucking useless YouTubers get insane amount of subscribers by 2 videos that are completely garbage. And then I'm sitting here grinding 500 videos and not growing anymore. And then you need to basically, then I tell myself like, oh man, but I cannot hate the game, you know what I mean? I can also not hate the players. I need to hate myself and get better. That's what I need to do. I need to shut the fuck up, lick my wounds, go back to the lab, stop complaining, and do the things that I need to do. Play the game like it needs to be played. You know what I mean? For me, it would be fucking ideally to do everything on one channel. Why? Because it's easy. I do not need to maintain 2 channels. I don't need to maintain 2 fucking logos, descriptions, yada yada. I don't have time for that. So I want to dump everything in this channel, because it's not about Golang programming. It's about me. You know what I mean? It's about what I'm doing. And we did the blockchains, we did Golang, we did some JavaScript, we did some AI, we did some game programming, and now we are building this. You know, it's like, people need to realize that. Any Market Monkey sponsorship coming on your channel? Do a lot of shorts, I know, but I know what I'm going to do with the shorts later on. It's going to be TikTok videos. I know exactly what it's going to be. And you can help me, man. What you need to do, guys, you just need to like, you need to open up this Market Monkey thing, and you, what's going on here? Oh shit, I open. Oh, Mansoor is talking with a voice message here. So what you need to do is you basically film this directly live with your cell phone, right? What's happening, and you give it a clickbaity title, and then you make sure people can read that it's Market Monkey, or you put Market Monkey in the link, and you post these things on TikTok, just like Calcom did, right? Just not even edited, like raw footage of you showing some crazy, for example, I don't know, some heat map block or something. That's, I don't fucking know, like. So, oh, look at this, oh, so much liquidity, oh, look at this, oh là là, beau gosse, voici, oh là là, oh, c'est quoi ça, c'est pas normal ici, and boom, on TikTok. And people are gonna say, hey, what the fuck is that? This is crazy. What? These are indicators that I don't have. I'm gonna be rich, and they go to Market Monkey, they download it and gonna get rich, but that doesn't really matter. That's what you need to do. Why don't you build a Stripe affiliate program or something? Yeah. I'm gonna do all of that. But guys, like I'm basically almost a one man shop. I need to do everything, like code this stuff in, do my emails, do fucking meetings, do this, do that, do thing. You know, I have a wife, I have kids, I have a hobby, I need to run, I need to go to the gym. Like I don't have any breathing room. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, no breathing room. I'm gonna get burned out. That's not true. So there is a time and a place for everything, but the plan is all in my mind already. Everything is I have the plan, and now I'm executing, and maybe changing direction, right? Because building this is one. Everybody can build this, but that's only 20% of success. So if you have this built, the same copy as this, good job. Now you only have done 20%. If you want to make it, you need to do the 80%. The marketing, the distribution, the connections, the network. Make sure everybody gets food on the table, and yada yada, and keep going and keep going. And you're gonna be, and it's gonna get hard, and you don't know what to do, and then you're gonna get smack on the cheeks, smack on the cheeks again, nose is bleeding, blue eyes, blood coming out of your ear, teeth, Before you know, you're completely wrecked, and you go back to a 9 to 5 job because the world is full of savages. Contrast team. Look at that. Look what I can do, guys. I can do the trick, and then I'm gonna wrap it up. I can do this into this, and then I can do. Let me close this, and I can do this. Look at that. Right. Can I actually do this? Is it gonna work? I don't know if I can. Boom! Whiteboard, baby! Oh, man. Oh, we need to fix that. Look. Oh, shit. It's not, not gonna lie. The white team looks actually bad. It looks not too shabby, not gonna lie. Holy shit. What's going on here? Holy crap. That looks weird, not gonna lie. Holy crap. It's React Native, man. React Native. It's written in React Native. Okay, Code Mitch, we're gonna pump you up, and then I'm gonna get out of here. I can only build good UIs with this UI. Am I cooked? No, man, you're not cooked. Code Mitch, my issue is that I did a bootcamp at university, but it's by far no degree, so I'm basically self-taught. Perfectly fine. I feel like making a website would still do nothing for me. What do you mean? Feel like making a website? If you're self-taught, it's fine, right? Ah, dark high contrast. Okay, I mean. Yeah, I know the theming is. I mean, UI is not for now. It doesn't really matter. UI is for later, fine tuning. Okay, guys, I'm gonna dip him out, guys. Thanks for being here. Don't forget to subscribe. I need to have 100k subscribers, and I can disappear from YouTube. That's not true, man. I really need it. Like I said, watch out tomorrow. New channel, probably new video there. Nitish Gupta. This is written in Odin. Yeah, Odin. They see no degree, and I won't even look at the website, you know. Yeah, I understand, but you need to Yeah, I know, man. It's hard. It's really hard, and I can give you. There is no thing, man. There is no secret sauce. You need to, man, build stuff for your own. Fuck them. You know what I mean? What's Aaron? I don't know what it is. Actually, guys, thank you for watching, and I see you in the next video or live stream. I love you. I love. Guys, stop watching. stop asking questions. Yes, you guys. Degree, no degree doesn't really matter. It's all about mindset. I made a video about that. Check the video on my channel. The last video I made.